Andy here with my cancer journey. Finally sorted out my phone. It was something really simple. Looked it up on YouTube and one click, boom. Amazing. I cleared so much memory. Empty your trash bins. Forgot about that. Today is getting back into talking about my epilepsy. So it's basically about the things I changed in my life to help me to be able to live with epilepsy. And this was, I went through all sorts of phases of medicating, not medicating, and just stuff like that. So this is my story. It could be different for everyone, but I hope that you can take something from this. So, I mean, it changed a lot of things. I've got 8 things that I've written down that really helped me, and I think will help other people. It's like routine is key, and like for alcohol, no go. Sorry people, but that's a nada. Don't drink alcohol because that will make you have fits if you've got epilepsy. See, I've got brain damage as well that causes problems down my right side as well as my epilepsy, so it sort of adds to it. It's complicated. So sometimes it's not epilepsy, it's just the messages not getting sent properly to my right side. But I stopped drinking. This was something that I did over time. It's very hard when you're young and your mates are going out and drinking and stuff, but I started drinking alcohol-free beer, and then I just cut it out. I just got bored of it, and I started to change my routine and getting out and getting exercise and things like that, changing my lifestyle, because I've been about going to the pubs and stuff. That's very much a culture in this country, but yeah, cut that out. And another one that's really important, this is number 2, sleep routine. Getting enough sleep is so important because if you're tired, then I see it like your brain's like a computer, and if your computer's tired, it'll crash a lot of stuff. If it's got so much going on, it'll start crashing. And I think I see my brain like that, and if I've got too much going on, if I'm tired and there's stuff going on, you'll find when you're tired that it's hard to concentrate and stuff. So sleep routine and getting enough sleep, it's different for everyone. I find that I have to get enough sleep, and sometimes I don't get enough sleep, and it affects me in weird ways that they're hard to explain because they're funny sensations and feelings. Or I'll get suddenly a hot sweat, which is horrible, and I start panicking. That's anxiety and stuff as well. Thinking about, I'm gonna have a fit. You gotta try and slow down, control your breathing, and this is what I used to do. Just tell myself it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I said in my last video, picture yourself lying somewhere. It can be anywhere. I picked a beach. It can be anywhere you want to. Your special place that you like, a sanctuary for you, somewhere that's bliss and peaceful. Then there's eating healthy and making sure that you eat regularly. I'm not great at remembering to eat, so I won't eat. I'll suddenly get starving hungry and have to eat. I need to have a routine and eat 3 times a day, and decent stuff as well, healthy stuff. And there's ways you can look up online. There's diets that you can do and things like that to help with epilepsy. And yeah, but eating is very important as well as sleep. It's 2 things that are really important in normal life, but when you've got epilepsy, it's something that you've got to really concentrate on these things, and you kind of you have to step up a bit and be a bit more responsible for yourself, because it's you that's got it, not someone else. So if you step out, you do these things, and you start taking control of your life back, taking back control of your life, because it's debilitating. You don't want people to see you having a fit and stuff. So this is what helped me. You'll learn on your journey that this is what I really want you to do, is learn from your journey. I didn't until now. I've not learned from it up until the last sort of 5 years. I've really grown and learned that this was a gift that I've been given to be able to share with you and hopefully help just one person learn something from this video that will help change their life, or any of my videos. Then I'm a winner. That's how I see it. The next one that I'm going to do is medication. Yeah, medication. Right, I went to the neurologist quite a few times, and then I sat down with a specialist epileptic doctor, and it was really weird. They got out a book about that thick, about an inch thick, and this book just had drugs in it. Pages of, like a page with a picture of it, and then an explanation underneath. And it was just page after page after page. And she said, pick one that sounds like it would suit you. So there was little explanations at the bottom. And then they put you on it and just keep putting it up until you either had the side effects, which were pretty nasty on most of them, or stopped fitting. So I tried this. I think I tried 3 different medications. I can't remember the names of them. I didn't like them. They made me feel very, very strange and that. But I'm not saying that medication will not work for you, because I'm medicated now. But at the time when this was going on, I kind of didn't want to accept it. I was going through, I was in a dark place thinking that I was okay. And now I can see it, because I'm not there anymore. I've got out of that, and I can sort of look in, see myself in this hole, dark hole. You know, someone threw a ladder down to me, Jack, and helped me get out of that hole and start making these videos and find a purpose, and to turn this whole negative situation that I went through into something really positive. But it did feel weird about the medication and how they sort of set it up. It's kind of like a legal drug dealer. Shouldn't say that really, but it was. And yeah, I picked a drug, and my face came out in the worst rash ever. So I stopped that, and I just got really bad side effects from all of them, and I stopped taking them. And I had fits on and off over the years, but never ended up in hospital. I'd come round, and I don't like going to hospitals. I don't like admitting that something bad's happened to myself, because it scares the life out of me. I think, I'm going to be in hospital. Back to all that. Terrifies me. But I've got to change that. That's part of my process. Mindfulness, and I'm doing this every day, trying to do this every day, work on myself. Mindfulness, look at all these things. Doing these videos are helping me so much. They really are. You're all helping me by watching them and supporting me. Like, the comments that I've had have been awesome. Support is amazing. I love you all for that. Thank you so much. The next thing was quite a big thing, and this is how I washed. And you might think, what do you mean how you washed? But you got to think, if you have a normal bath, right, nice hot bath, right, getting it. If I had a fit in that bath, if it was too deep, I mean, you can drown in like 2 inches of water or something. So I used to make really shallow baths, and I'd use the shower hose, and lucky for me, I'd get this feeling come over me. Like, I'd get a bit sort of confused, and I couldn't concentrate. My eyesight would go a bit funny, so I'd get out and lie down and wrap towels around me, put my dressing gown on and lie down on the floor. And that's how I had to wash for so long. Now I have showers, but I've got problems, tinnitus and problems with balance. So it's very hard to have a shower, but I'm not one of these people that's just gonna give in. I ain't got a support thing in my shower to hold on to. I just push myself on. If I fall over, I fall over. I get back up and I carry on. It's just how I am. I don't know why. Where and when and who I was with is the next one. So, where I went, I didn't want to go too far from my mum's house because it felt safe for me. Didn't want to be around the wrong people and sort of start drinking alcohol, or, you know what I mean? Also, I found that big social situations, there's too much going on. That was not good for it. I couldn't cope with those situations, and I'd go into a fit sometimes, absences mainly, and this paralysed right side, which is a scary feeling. But don't know how mindfulness again. You use this to just fight through. Thinking right now, I'm like, what? How did you do that, man? But somehow I did it, and we can all do it. We can all dig deep. Dig deep, everyone. Please. Don't let this beat you. Find a way. Get on your computer. YouTube has got so much on there. If you're not watching one of my videos, there's other people out there making lots of them. So this is my journey. But yeah, I mean, I had to go with certain friends that knew about my epilepsy and what to do. I had to make sure that if I went somewhere where there were people that I didn't know, I'd explain to them just in case, because I didn't want to freak them out by having a fit and them not want to know me again, because that was a real big fear of mine. And I've seen people react to people having epilepsy and do that in the past in my life, where I don't agree with that. I don't see it's any different. They've just got some. I've had friends that are epileptic fits, and it's horrible to see, but it's not going to stop me from being friends with them. But some people it is, because it is traumatic experience, and a lot of people don't want to have to go through that again, and I don't blame them. But we're the same. I mean, we don't want to go through it either. And I had to check in with my mum all the time, not for my mum, well, to reassure my mum, but also for my own sense of safety, and that I felt safer if my mum knew where I was, what I was doing. You know, I mean, we had times of the day where we'd check in and talk to each other, and she'd ask me questions and figure out if I was thinking properly, and ask me what I'd done, and if I couldn't remember something, then obviously I'd had an absence if I had a blank patch, which happened quite a lot. And yeah, it was that was hard. It got easier over time. I think that was at first, it was really, fear overwhelmed me, and my mum is my rock. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my mum looking after me when I was ill, honestly. Mum, you're amazing, you're such a strong person, and you give me the fight inside me to keep going every day. You told me, keep going, Andrew. Fight through today and make tomorrow a better day. There's always tomorrow. New day. So yeah, that helped me, keeping in touch. Setting up a little support group around you of people that know what's going on, you can contact. There's things you can do in your phone, SOS thing where you can double tap the power button on my phone and it'll send a picture of me in a location, So if I do feel like I'm gonna have, I can just do that to straight to my. I've got contacts there, straight to any of these contacts, and they'll know where I am at that point, and I just stay there and wait. And if I have a fit, I have a fit. But I know someone's on their way. And there's a lot of lovely people out there that help. Thank all of you that do things like that. They're all real amazing, and just thank you from the bottom of my heart. I treat people how I want to be treated, and I'd help someone, and I hope someone would help me as well. That's how I think. Yeah, definitely. This is another one. It sort of changed. I felt like I had no freedom. Like when I was constantly checking in with my mum and stuff. Like I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go out. I couldn't be normal. Couldn't go do what my friends were all doing. And this was something that wasn't just to do with the epilepsy as well. Actually, as I'm thinking about this now, I'm realising that this was something that actually came in with all of it, because it just made it so that I had to be cared for. Luckily, I had good friends that supported me and helped me to get out, so that I felt like I wasn't quite as ill as I was. I managed to ignore it. So that was, yeah, checking in. It was, like I said, it was great at first, but it got a bit annoying. You know what I mean? I'm an adult, but I'm having to keep checking in with my mum and letting her know where I am, I'm safe, and you know what I mean, I'm feeling alright, nothing weird's going on, I've not had any funny sensations down my right side. And the last one, it really affected, this is the last one, self-esteem. It really affected my self-esteem, so much so that, like I said, I stopped going out. I'd only go around certain friends' house. Everyone that I knew, my little group of friends, they all knew everything that was going on, and amazing support. Thank you all, guys, all of you and girls. Yeah, literally, like, you know who you are. Yeah, you just thank you, because you helped me get through it, and you may not realise that, but you all did, all of you, and it still affects my self-esteem, because it's scary. Like, I don't like travelling. I don't like going too far. I've got a therapy dog, and everyone I see, I have to tell them what's wrong with me, because then if they get to know that, they see my dog and me, get to know me and what I've been through, what's going on with the epilepsy. So if for some reason they saw my dog Belle, they'd know. And they'd come and looking for me, because I've met lovely people through walking my dog. There's a great community of dog walkers, and they're all very caring people, very understanding, and they've sort of made me feel safer by listening and letting me explain to them. That's another thing. Explain what's going on with you in your head, your feelings. Just try. It's very, very hard in the moment. Like, write things down and go back to them, read them, rewrite them. This is all stuff, like, I've got a book here. I've got books and books and books of stuff I write down, and I might not look at it again, but this is my book for doing my cancer journey story with you guys. And it's kind of a toolbox as well, a toolbox to life. Like I said, building up my flashlight, so that when it gets dark and those times when there's no light at the end of my tunnel, boom, get out my book, and get out my toolbox, and I look at my lists, and I start going back to the day. I go back to the lists, and I start working through my lists, and I build myself up. And it's taken me a long time to build up my self-esteem, and now I'm medicated, I don't get any fits. I get the problems with the neurological problems from the brain damage, but they're never going to go away. and I don't think my epilepsy is going to go away. And I don't want to be on medication, but I've got a child, and I have to, because it stops me from having a fit, which it does. It stops me from having absences, so my daughter's safe around me. This is something that actually came up in court, and I got asked, what would you do if you had a fit when you had your daughter? I said, I don't know, because I'd be having a fit, and I'd pray that someone around me would help. But that's something that, as you grow up with your child, they learn how to cope with it. And I think it's very important that you try and explain things to your children, but you've got to be very careful you don't overwhelm them and scare them. And my daughter's very understanding, and she's so good with my memory's terrible, and my daughter she'll remind me, make sure you got the keys when you go out, Dad, and have you got this, Dad, and have you taken your tablets, Dad, and have you done this? And she's so good. She knows when I struggle with speech sometimes, and she knows when I'm struggling, and she knows what word I mean, and we just know each other like that. And that's been an amazing journey, and that's something I'm going to talk to you about as well, is how I got told I couldn't have kids and how that affected me, and then having a child, what kind of feelings I went through in that. I'm looking forward to doing that one, because it was great. The whole experience is weird. Wow, it's going to be a real good part. But the epilepsy, this is it. I mean, I'm not going to go too into it, because it's a separate journey for everyone. But these are the 8 things: drinking, sleep routine, eating, medication, how I washed, like making sure you're safe when you wash, keeping in touch with people and making sure that you got good people around you that know what you got going on with you, and also they know how to contact people that you're going to need to have contacted. And the self-esteem thing is something that you can talk to people about. I suggest any sort of counselling or anything like that you can get, take it, because there wasn't much when I was ill, and now I'm stuck in a system where I went to the anxiety and depression team, got sent to the mental health team. All I wanted was counselling, someone to talk to, and I'm just lost somewhere in the system. So it's not happening, and people keep saying I need it, but do you know what? Doing these videos is like counselling for me. It's really helping me every time I do one and I'm watching and stuff. It's like, wow, every time I make one, it's like I'm emptying stuff out of this big rucksack that I've got on my back. I'm just taking bricks out of it and letting it lighter and lighter every time. I really hope that you all enjoy the video, and next week, next video, is I'm going to talk about the low times and what I did in those low times, how it affected me. There are some pretty dark times, but I think it's important to touch on those and let people know that you've got to be really strong, and you've got to communicate, because I didn't, and I went down some real dark rabbit holes, and it was such a hard journey, people, that I want to make easier for you. If I can tell you one thing that will help, is talk to your family, friends, counselling, accept any help you can, because it will help, honestly. From the bottom of my heart, I hope you're all safe, staying social distancing and everything like that is going okay, and just from the bottom of my heart, I love you all, and I appreciate you watching my videos, and any comments or anything, just, yeah, subscribe, share, like, and tune in next time. Alright, lots of love everyone. I hope you like the video. Bye.